Good evening, everybody. Thank you.
Come on. You're beginning to sleep. Coffee or dinner is quite a while away. Come on, good evening. Good evening, because when you say it's going to be good, it will be good. Yeah, a little effort to wake up. Thanks.
We've had some wonderful sessions since morning, and I know post lunch, especially, we had a very good, entertaining session. We've all been having fun. So we decided, the two lovely men on each of my side and me, we decided what we're going to do is we're going to change the pattern a little bit, and we're going to make it your session rather than our session. So I'm going to hand over to these lovely gentlemen to introduce themselves, and then I'll introduce myself and we'll start. So who goes first?
All right. So, good evening, ladies, once again. My name is Parameer Singh Narang. I am a talent acquisition leader. Worked few of the some good organizations like JP Morgan, Bank of America of the world, and headed the talent acquisition in those organizations. Um, been in the industry for 20 plus years, and trust me, there is a diversity angle has come to recruiting that we have some targets to hire diversity for last 6 7 years. I should not say thanks to Trump now. He said that it's not no more important, but still, in India we still keep that a target, and have initiated few of the initiatives, projects in my previous organizations as well to work on the returning women back to the corporate. I think all of us will talk about it. We had pretty good sessions in the afternoon and in the late afternoon as well. Dr. Meghna, Ushi, absolutely amazing. The sessions we had that. But I think end of the day, we would like to hear something that how to get a job, how to return back to corporate, just in case we have thoughts in mind. I think we would like to talk about that now. Reason what we decided not to go through the regular panel discussion. We have some question, let's answer that. We would like to speak up your mind. You have some thoughts, you would like to talk to us something, and we are happy to address those questions from our side. With best of our potential, we'll try to address your concerns. Yeah, thank you.
Gopal.
Sure. No, no, not. Good evening. My name is Gopal. I'm a career coach, leadership development facilitator, and I run a podcast called Career Shifts Podcast. So for people who have questions about careers, that's a podcast that you may want to come and take a look at. And yeah, I think enough of boring all of you with our introductions. Happy to share my LinkedIn profile with all of you to look me up, and happy to connect one-on-one. But yeah, the stage is yours. As we promised, the stage is yours for you to ask questions, and we'll try our best to give you the answers that we know of. And if we have an answer, we will say fantastic question and we'll give the answers to it. And if we don't, then
Typical Achar answer will come back to you.
absolutely.
Great. Thank you, Gopal. I'm Shruti Swaroop, come with 25 years of experience, certified coach, sitting on the board of a couple of companies and run my own HR consulting firm. So now the floor is yours. Questions, as Param and Gopal have said. Any questions about careers, navigating your corporate life, returning to work, anything that you have, shoot, we are here. Yes, please.
Go ahead.
I love it.
We love the first hand.
Yes,
Resume.
please.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I was
Yeah.
going to say asking questions is very hard for people, but you proved me wrong. So thank you so much.
Yes, a round of applause for the first question that's coming up.
Sorry, for me, I just love asking questions.
Exactly how.
I'm a very curious student. Okay, my question is to Mr. Narang. When getting back to work, when I was thinking of getting back to work after 13 years of break, and when I was applying on LinkedIn, I didn't see anywhere any company saying that they want women back to work after a career break. And so many times when we are applying online, right, there is no column which can justify. So all they are asking is how many years you've worked, what you've done, this. Now, if I'm 51 and I have 15 years of experience, That is a total misaligned way of looking by the HR, because there's a 13 years gap. What did I do in that 13 years? Was I actually not working, or was I working at home? So for me, for example, I had a lot to tell, but I had nowhere where I could write. You know, I wanted to tell that I was not working in the corporate, I was not working to earn the money, but I was a volunteer. I volunteered at boards, I volunteered at school, I picked up substitute teaching. I picked up whatever came my way. I was in China for 10 years. So there I did international weeks where I was telling people about India and its rich culture. I was telling people how to make diyas. I never did that in my school, college. I'm very bad with creativity. But I learned and I did. So nowhere I could write that. And that pains me because God has been very kind. I could get back to work. I'm working as a chief operating officer now. And that's my wish. It was. You know, one day I just told my daughter that if I had not left the work, I would be at a CXO level. And it just happened that I became a CXO. So, but the thing is, I don't know how many can actually have this life. So my question is, where is it when you say you have targets, right, to get women back to work, or you have people to include people, right? I might have a disability. I might have a physical or another disability. So where is that appearing on the job applications? It's nowhere. And it's very difficult for women to get back to work, let me tell. And somebody in the panel was telling, you know, we need to skill up. So how would I know where do I need to go to skill up? So these are certain things I would like to know.
Sure. So I think we address this together.
Anyone else?
So
Another question?
So I think there are a couple of things. One is technicality. You know, what is their availability of, you know, filling up your information, and what information we cannot check that. I think the sad part in India, if we say that we are hiring a director, we are hiring a VP in the organization, even a fresher also apply that. Trust me, we have seen that more than 96 to 7% of the resumes which we see, it's absolutely a junk profile on our career sites, on our databases. The reason is not that they are not capable to become a CEO, not capable to become a director, but as a fresher, you feel that you can take up this opportunity. Why? When we have specifically mentioned that we need this much XYZ experience for the particular role, we need people up there. That's one. Second is tools also have some limitation to have some information which is very required to perform the role. That's why we are having it. You know, the tool will not read the summary of the entire thing, what is written there by any candidate for that matter. That is two. Third thing is when you say that, you know, the what skills you need to upscale and, you know, how to come back to the corporate world. There are certain organizations, like I think we had a lady, Mrs. Tandon, I think Aspire for her, and Mom's Power. There are a lot of organizations there in India who have picked up this as a problem statement to get the women back in the corporate world, sign them there for some of the opportunities in the corporate world, because they are talking to people like me in the corporate world that, hey, can we have something for this is a good database for you, and they have a certain skill which may require in your organization. Can you look at the database there? So I think we are looking at that, and we are exploring those opportunities to get the women back in the corporate world. But having said that, tool have its own problem where, you know, so I have 97% people applying as a junk. It is very difficult for a recruiter to see that who are the right ones there. So we do not have that capability, but at the same time now AI has come in the picture. AI is trying to solve the problem for us, you know, navigating all the bad profile which is not absolutely matching or not required. But yes, there's some way they are helping the recruiters to screen those profiles, you know, in the premium stage. More to add.
We have one here.
And this is your session. We are not here to speak what we have in our mind, which we thought that we prepared ourselves. You start your question, we'll answer those questions.
Okay, so my question is based on the upcoming entrepreneurs. There are so many ladies out there who are still in job, who are in the IT corporate, but at the same time, they have got their inner voice come up, I'm done with the corporate. I want to look for something else, maybe another source of income, okay? But the question that I have in my mind is, they're scared. Why? Because if the company gets to know what I'm doing, so I wanted to understand from the panel, anyone can answer, does the company support such people because they want to explore the another part of the life, but they cannot jump immediately, right? Maybe they have to take a baby step, job, at the same time start the another track, correct, right? And once they have the confidence, they can replace, then they can. So if the company doesn't support, then they cannot do that also. And at the same time, they're thinking that they have reached a peak of performance for them, and they are the target in the pyramid structure of the organization. So how do you answer such crowd?
May I have your name, please?
My name is Rosorika.
Rosarika. Okay. Great question, and your answer lies in the question itself. If you follow your passion, everything is possible. Do organizations stop you? As long as you're not earning while you're in a job, organizations will not stop you. And you need to let your organization know that this is something I'm doing. I'm trying to get something on the side. Most organizations today support. Please go ahead, follow your passion. Obviously, once it gets a life of its own, only then can you leave it, as you very rightly have said. So yes. Is it difficult to be an entrepreneur? I think there are quite a few entrepreneurs here. I have been running my own firm for now.
I myself, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes, so you know, it's very tough, right? But is it possible? Of course it is possible.
No, my question is, will the companies support? Say, for example, if they come up, particularly the HR department, they'll come up and they share.
They do sport, but is that, let's say you are working on XYZ team. For example, you work in HR and you say that you would like to become a technologist. It's not that you said that they will move you to the technology business, you will start performing on the day one. But what you have done so far to become a technologist, is that aligned what you are doing it or no? Second part is, if your role expectation is that you need to be a good, strong technologist, have you done the basics at your end? What extent you have studied by yourself, and then you say that now I think I'm ready to perform this role, can you help me to move there? Two things to be done. One is you have to prep yourself. Second, if you say some passion which is not there in the same organization. I can give one small example. My wife, she was a software programmer earlier, then later moved to teaching, and then I think almost a year back she feels that she don't want to do any jobs and all that, want to do something different. She loved cooking. I said, okay, well, let's start with that, and she started her own restaurants now, and she's running for the last 6 months. So it's just that what passion you have there, start following it, you will get it done. And I think, like all our speakers have said, that you start something, you plan something in your mind, सारी कायनात उसको मिलाने में लग जाती है, तो that's the same way.
Thank you so much. I have one second last question.
Second last?
Last question. The first and this is second. So we see newly ladies which are about to become mothers. They have this fear deep down that once the delivery happens, they cannot bounce back. And that is like a make or break decision. One, they became a mother, which is something challenging, right? We don't have a training system where how to become mother, what to do, correct? Na? It's like a natural skill that we adapt, correct? So they have this fear that the organization will not support, promotion will not happen, or after the maternity, my performance will shoot down. So the organization, will they help such newly moms to, don't compromise with their career? We are there to support, that kind of support system can we expect from the organization in the coming future, so that we don't let those ladies compromise with their career and they again, struggle to bounce back to define their identity, because maximum ladies are in that juncture today.
If you really ask me, organizations are anyway supporting them.
So there are two aspects to it. One is the organizations that you are talking about. There are two types of organizations. One is a very large multinational organization where there is enough and more opportunities that are available, and they'll do everything that they can to be able to make that happen. Then there are a lot of smaller organizations. We need to understand which kind of organizations we are expecting this to happen at, right? Most important aspect is, even before you ask anybody to do anything for you, have you asked that this is what I want, right? What is it that you want out of that organization? If you ask, the worst that would happen is that they will say no to it. But you would also get an answer that you can perhaps go for an organization, work in an organization where there is such opportunities available. Organizations always are answerable to their stakeholders, shareholders. There is nothing in it for them to be able to make this happen, is what is the broader sense that you will see, right? So you need to go to them with a value proposition to say, if you invest in me in times like these, there is a return that could come. And perhaps that's the only way that we need to make it happen. So my response back to you would be ask for it and see where it goes. Because there is no way organizations are going to do things on their own. No one is going to help you unless you help yourself.
Absolutely, because it's not that somebody else will drive your career. You have to drive yourself.
I just would like to add, there's a lot of fear built in how you're conversing with yourself. And fear is great because it helps us tread with caution and it keeps us safe. But if you overdo or commit a lot to fear, it will actually put more questions into your head which are not relevant, and it actually pushes you back. And there's a very thin line how much you entertain fear. And as one of the speakers said, you've got to hear your voice. You've got to say it out loud, and then you will understand the enormity of it or the naivety of it. And it's not one person, because the people that you know generally could easily dismiss it off. Why are you not happy with a secure job? Why do you want to leave it? And that further gives us many more dilemmas to think about. So when you really genuinely need something, you've got to just take it forward. And also, as you said, Mr. Goyal, what is the worst thing that can happen? And attrition is very important to companies that are, correct me if I'm wrong, they're not going to fire you left, right, center. That's not going to happen.
Okay, we will have to move to other questions also, sorry.
I will cover this area. If there's nobody, then I will come back here.
Yeah, there are questions from the right side.
Here. Please give me your name and what you do.
Hi everyone, I'm Swati. So I just want to ask a question, a simple question. I just want to know if other mothers have felt this way too. So I've worked with an IT company for 12 plus years, and I've grown professionally and personally. So I've had 2 deliveries back to back. And after returning to work after both the deliveries, somehow I felt like the acceptance for a woman with kids is way different from what it was earlier for us. Have you all also gone through the same? So it's real. The corporate bias for mothers is real. And that was the reason I stepped down and I said, I don't want to work for anyone else and I want to build a brand for myself. So how do women cope up? There's so much talking about getting women job, but I've been a loyal employee for 12 plus years. And the day I left, I never felt valued. So what is your take on that?
So firstly, I think there was a resounding yes to your question. I think everybody has felt that. Ruchika is here. So, you know, when they were talking, Aspire for Her, at Embrace Consulting, there are quite a few other organizations across the country and across the globe which support women who are returning back to work. Not just in terms of upskilling, but also in terms of helping navigate the world that just changed. Because there is some reality in what you feel, but there is also some of it which comes from within us because we are now doing dual roles. Right. There's a confidence. Will the world see me the same? The fact is, we don't see ourselves the same way we did pre-delivery. Right. Our view of ourselves also changes, both physically and emotionally and mentally. So obviously, the way we see the world, and I think Tanaz had said it in the session, if the way we see it, that's how the world sees us. So there is a need for, I think, and which is why I was talking about Aspire for Her, because they do lovely workshops. We do lovely workshops of women who are returning back. We have coaches like Gopal who do a lot of work with women who are coming back to work. So seek your coaches, seek your mentors, look out for role models who are out there. There are tons of women who've done it, who will help you navigate that path and go through a lot of these workshops that happen. It is difficult. I'm not saying it's not, but it is not impossible either. A lot of us have done it and done it successfully. One question? Yeah. So we have time for one more question. Your mic is off.
A quick question, because we've got.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Sampada, and I just have a question. Like, in a corporate world, right? After COVID, IT companies have accepted that okay, work from home is real, and we are adding more productivity by doing work from home. But suddenly, we see that companies are calling everyone back to office. I understand hybrid model is still fine because we definitely need human interaction. That is true. But considering the family setup in India, we talk about equality, we talk about uh, like balancing and sharing the household chores, but still the primary ownership and responsibility lies with women. So I think, is there anything coming up, or how does HR of the corporate world thinking about, like, okay, if women really want to work from home, is there a option? Because for all of the other things, they definitely will compare with men, but then that's really not apple to apple comparison, right? Because we definitely go through a lot, and I have like 16 plus years of experience, and I'm juggling with so many things. And I was so happy that work from home has come up, but then suddenly they are calling us back. So how does HR look at it?
I'll be very
Thank
brief
you.
because I think there is the next speaker
Thank
ready
you.
already.
Thank you, Mr. Goel.
Happy to take this in a lot more broader sense outside one-on-one, but quickly understand that what we are going through right now is a transition. It's not a decision and a finality, right? We went through work from home over a period. We now are coming back to work. It is not something that is cast in stone. There are a lot of dynamics at play. Some things that we can't speak like this in an open forum. But understand that unless and until people like you don't speak up in a manner that you just did, I don't think things will change. So please make your voice felt heard in whatever forum within the organization as well, and say that there are challenges, what can be done. But of course, there may be some aspects that may come back at you to say that, how are you trying to understand to us? Which is where I feel all of you at some point of time, and this is not a sales pitch, all of you at some point of time should consider talking to a coach so that you get the right guidance in terms of what kind of conversations you could have, right? Thank you.
Yeah, so I know there are a lot of questions here, but we have paucity of time. You can reach out to any one of us. We are all available on all forms of social media, LinkedIn, Instagram. Please reach out. We'll be more than happy to address. Seek coaches, seek mentors. We in our individual capacities are very, very happy to, will be very happy to support you. But thank you, and I'm very sorry we cannot handle more questions after this, only because of paucity of time, not because we don't want to. Thank you.
Mom Power 360, an empowering community for moms just like you and me.